Yo, you know what it is? It's Clean and Mr. KB. This episode 4 right here of the podcast. I just want to make a quick announcement before we get into the drama. I'm doing an Amazon card giveaway. We get 100 likes on this video I'm dropping. I'm giving it away to one random subscriber, $50 Amazon gift card. All you gotta do is like and put comment done in the comment section, and you'll be in the running for that $50 gift card. All right, I want to get right into it. URL released the whole Civil War card. Mind you, this is an app event. Before we even start talking about the card and who's on the card, I think it's important. It's important that we say this is an app event. Now, when we really get into talking about it, I might shoot URL some bail. I don't know, but I'm gonna bring up the card so we can go down the list. And mind you, we already know who the headliner is. It's Surf and Cortez, which is a reschedule from Any Given Sunday. I bet. So we got Swamp and Dot. We ain't seen Dot or Swamp in a minute.
Can I let me interject real quick? Swamp, bruh, listen. Do you know who Swamp original opponent was? Do you know who Swamp turned down?
Who?
This nigga Swamp turned down a battle with Mad Papa, bruh. And he's battling Dot.
I can see that. You gotta remember, Swamp is one of these new battle rappers. That math battle don't hold a lot of weight with these new battle rappers. They don't really know who Math is. You know why? Because when they was coming up and really making moves, Math wasn't active.
Build your stock. It doesn't matter. Take that nigga. Take him. Because if you body him, it gives you more leverage than you body and die. Build your resume.
I agree. I'm not saying I wouldn't have liked to see that battle, but you already know. I'm on here. I'm documenting. I'm not the biggest Math fan, but I'm not the biggest Swamp fan either. But I am.
That's bad for Swamp.
But I am a fan of Dot. And I've been wanting to see Dot back on URL since his Caffeine debut when he came back home.
Dot just had a battle recently, and I heard Dot went crazy on Gates.
Yeah. Like I said, Dot bring that entertainment, that energy. Whether you like his bars or his pen, that's irrelevant to what he brings.
Value is endless.
He got a different type of superpower than he ain't got the craziest pen. But what he got what a lot of y'all battle rappers wish y'all had. And that's some presence, stage presence.
And then the funny thing about Dot is Dot could make something that any other nigga would say that wouldn't be fire. He could make that shit fire.
All facial expressions alone,
right? Dot make the most simplest shit fire.
So I don't care how nobody feel about this prediction. 2-1 Dot. I don't care.
I'm rocking with my man, bro.
I'm rocking with Dot. I'm sorry. Sorry, Swamp.
I don't care about the lyrical ability. I got my man too. What?
Oh, before we even continue, I want to give prayers up to Bankhead. You know what I'm saying? We already know he got shot a few days ago.
Get well, Bankhead, man. I just talked to the nigga last night. Real cap. No cap. I talked to him last night.
Even though I do find it a little weird that you get shot up and then the very next day you get shot up, you all over social media telling people you got shot up.
Yeah.
Who does? I mean, we done seen a lot of guys get shot up in hip hop, battle rap. You don't really see that.
But he is the type of nigga, he always talk to the fans. The nigga act like, he a battle rapper, but he don't act like a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good thing. But I told him, what I did tell him last night, though, I told him stop being so flashy. The nigga would be real flashy on the Instagram.
Yeah, you talk a lot of money talk. I do want to get into the next battle, and it's a return. I didn't never think he was gonna return. They act like he was out there.
Out.
He was he was over the border, couldn't get over the border. You know what I'm saying? And we talking about drugs and franchise. Franchise had a little buzz for a minute, but then when the pandemic hit, he kind of fell off because he couldn't travel.
Yeah.
But it's not, I guess because KOD doesn't do events in Canada right now. So we haven't really even seen anything from him.
Yeah.
I think it's probably about damn near 2 years.
But who you got? I got
drugs. I got drugs. Not only has drugs performed this year, he DMV. I'm rolling with DMV.
And he upped this. He has upped his pen.
The pen. Yeah, pen. Pen elite. His pen is definitely, if they gave him most improved battler award, I feel he'd be the number one.
They gave it to Jack instead of him.
I think this year he can make a real conversation because he hasn't had a bad performance this year yet. Even in his losses, he hasn't had a bad performance yet.
The true foe battle, he's been turned.
Yeah.
And he's dropped 30.
Nah. Because don't forget he 30 Lou too.
URL's boy right now. Dropped 30 on him. So
so like I said, drugs. I don't know what to expect from franchise. He's been gone too long. I know what I'm gonna get from drugs.
Did you see the interview? Franchise looked like he gained like 50 pounds, bro. He don't even look. Look, I'm watching the interview, right? I didn't even know it was franchise. He don't even look like franchise.
Yeah, so like I said, I don't know what I'm getting. I have no idea what I'm gonna get from franchise. But I know exactly what drugs is going to bring to the table, and he's been bringing that to the table all year. When I seen him at the Midnight Madness event, I told him, you've been having a hell of a year so far. Keep it up. So with that being said, I got him with a gentleman's 30.
I got drugs with, like I said, the drugs with the 30 sack of work.
And there's no shout to you, franchise, but you've been off for 2 years. And you wasn't that elite to begin with, so I feel like you could take off 2 years.
Right. Drugs 30, man. But next battle, we finally got some rare white on white crime.
I told you I've been waiting on some white on white violence. And Smack finally gave me some. It's not the white on white violence I wanted, but I'll take it.
Yeah, because we wanted None versus Mike P.
Yeah. But okay, I'll take Sharon.
I even take versus Sharon. I want to see Mike P versus a white boy.
And I will say this to Sharon. I will say this to Sharon before I give my prediction. He better not play with none.
Hey, no cap. Sharon, my top 5 white boys, right? But I got none taking this battle.
Oh. You stand on that, huh?
Well, I don't know, because Sharon rebuttal would be so crazy, but Sharon...
It's going to be tough. I think it all matters who goes first and who goes second.
Yeah,
the coin toss is going to determine this battle.
If Sharon go first, I got None. If None go first, I got Sharon. Because Sharon rebuttal power, Sharon and A-War rebuttal power is just so crazy, bro. Like Sharon a whole round. And freestyle. Sharon don't even got a right for None and go crazy. He's a rare talent in battle rap, bro. Like Sharon is in my top 5 white boys.
I'm
top 3.
I want None to take this battle, but I'm gonna go with Sharon 2-1. If I'm gonna go with how I really feel and how I think who's more gifted as a battle rapper, I feel like Sharon he has a bigger bag than None.
But who's hungrier? None is hungry.
He is. I agree with you. But like if I'm leaning either way, then I'm gonna go with the guy with the bigger bag, and I'm gonna go with Sharon.
It's a rare case that hunger beats talent. Rare.
Like I said, I'm not gonna be.
Sharon is one of those, though.
Like I said, I'm not upset. I'm not upset at that pick. I don't think it's outlandish, but I'm just gonna go with the guy with the bigger bag. and that's Sharon. He could do more.
Yeah, he can do. He absolutely could do more. Sharon is like he's top 5 most talented battle rappers of all time.
Only knock on Sharon, to be honest with you, is his delivery. His delivery is not a top tier delivery.
Other than that, he has everything else down pat.
Of course, yeah, he got a lot in that bag. So I'm gonna go with Sharon 2-1, but I'm not mad if none take this battle.
Like that just went punch for punch with Diddy. It didn't get killed. He lost, but he didn't get killed.
And I've been waiting for this next battle. I've been waiting because I've been screaming it for months. Where is Jerry West? Where is he?
He out on you, sir. We found you got to thank us. We was the search party for you.
I'm trying to tell you, man. I've been searching for you. God told him, go find him.
Go find that.
Go find him in that scamming dungeon that he's been in. He's been scamming for so long. He tell him to come on out.
Jerry just came out. He just got niggas tax returns.
Come on, man. You know Jerry West, he need a little come up for the summertime to get the scamming niggas in the summer. So come on out.
Right. Nigga, we wanted that. That speaks volumes that we wanted to see you, bro.
And I can't remember the last time Lou Castro got a win. What, Big T?
Right. He gonna Jerry 3-0. Jerry 3-0. We not playing. We not even do this.
Hey, Jerry West is the app killer. Don't act like Jerry West ain't the app killer. App game killer.
He dropped bodies on the app.
He dropped bodies on the app.
Look what he did. Look, he did Danny on the app. Did him dirty.
I'm telling you.
He did Loso dirty on the app.
Jerry West been screaming that shit for years. He's the app game killer. And that's a fact. He don't lose on the app.
He beat John on the app. What are we doing here? That's 3 certified names. Danny, Loso, John.
You know why I'm pissed at Jerry West? Because Jerry West was building such a crazy resume. He was building such a crazy resume.
In 1 year, he has a retarded resume. This nigga got Arsenal, Rum Nitty, and John in 1 year.
And Danny.
And Danny, that's crazy. Danny,
and he beat Danny.
And Geechee. I forgot. Damn.
Because remember, Danny choked against him. So I'm like, why would he slow down? I gotta see a face-off. I gotta see an interview. I need to know why he stopped battle rapping. Because he was on a trajectory to be a guy, one of these guys that get booked a lot.
Jerry West was a gunner for a year.
The nigga gonna have to tell me he was locked up or something. He gonna have to tell me something. Shit. But I got Jerry 2-1. I got Jerry 2-1.
Yeah, Jerry is fire, bro.
Jerry is a heavy puncher, and niggas gonna remember. People probably forgot about what Jerry do. So if you forgot about what Jerry do, go back and watch a little bit of Jerry. Go to the app, go wherever, go there and find out.
Got very busy versus John.
Jerry got busy. Jerry gets busy. I got Jerry 2-1. Now we're gonna get into this. DNA official versus Jack Boy Maine and First Lady Flame. Before we can even talk about this battle, we gotta mention that the week prior to this battle, each of them, the teammates are facing each other.
What the fuck is that?
So what you're not gonna do is make me believe y'all not writing together right now for y'all individual matches. Y'all not gonna make me believe not.
We are not stupid. This don't say I'm stupid going across. That we are being bamboozled, people.
I already thought Flames and Jack Boy was already doing it because they fucking live together. Now I really know they doing it.
Are NWX members.
Come on, man. I hate these friendly ass fucking battles.
And it's so nasty work what DNA doing. Look at what he doing though. This is nasty work. This nigga is collaborating with niggas he used to fuck with to try to make battles and try to get a check for himself.
I don't like this wrestling shit. I don't like that blatant. I don't like the blatant WWE shit. I understand that it goes down behind the scenes, but don't put it on Front Street for me. I don't want to see it. It's messy. It's nasty.
Right. At least don't make it look so obvious.
That shit is so obvious. You could at least spread it out. Make it 2 events from now. Don't make it the very next week.
The very next week, you know this is a collaborated battle.
It has to be.
It has to work.
It has to be. You can't make me think otherwise.
This is very nasty work.
You know what? I'm not even going to say who's going to win that battle. It's a loss for the fans because it's bull. It's BS. It's
right.
BS.
It's not going to. There's no way it's going to be competitive. You want to hear sidelines? Niggas going to spit their few bars to get that check, and then that's going to be it.
Smack. You know better. Beasley, you know better. This ain't it.
We not stupid. That we not.
Hey, maybe you can get this off for the new battle rap fans that this pulled up when Caffeine pulled up, but you're not getting that off on me.
Not day one fans.
You're not getting that off, man. I'm sorry.
Not off the day ones, nah.
That's a scratch for me. I'm not even judging it. It's a scratch. I don't care who wins.
Who cares? It's a rehearsed battle.
But I do care about this next one. But before we even get into who gonna win or lose, we gotta make it known that the only way that I can see Sue Surf in a main event on an app event is if they do what they did at the Any Given Sunday event. Do you remember what they did? They dropped the battles the very next day in the morning. They dropped the whole card the very next day. Now,
Surf be on an app event, like, you know what I'm saying?
The only way I can see Smack and Bees and that whole URL team coming up with this plan is if they plan on doing the same thing because it worked. It worked when that was the first time they ever did a Caffeine event or any type of event and dropped the battles on the app the very next day. They've never done that.
They did that to make up for the fact that Surf and Cortez did.
No, they did that because a lot of the stream was fucked up, if you remember.
And I don't believe that Surf had the Browns. That's why that shit went down. I feel like Surf ain't had the Browns.
I don't believe that, man. That's crazy. That's crazy talk.
I don't think he had the Browns.
And if anything, I feel like Core is in a tougher situation than he was before.
I feel like the Browns just got nastier for Surf.
And Cortez been doing a lot of suspect stuff between Any Given Sunday to now.
What you mean the 6ix9ine shit was Surf? What are you talking about?
That 6ix9ine was Surf. That was before he snitched. That don't count.
What you mean? That shit is a wash. It's
not. How you figure that when Cortez did that now, 2022? Surf was talking about 6ix9ine when 6ix9ine was popping and wasn't even no snitching allegations, no feds was involved. It's not the same thing. It's not.
Either way.
Because you know why? Because I'm not going to do that. Because everybody in the industry was bigging up 6ix9ine when he was on that run. Everybody.
I wasn't. I ain't never liked 6ix9ine.
But I'm talking about everybody in that New York, New Jersey, Flex, Clue, everybody.
I got Cortez 2-1. I got Surf getting around.
Surf still with the dirty 30.
But you know, I'm going to give you another theory. And I think this is going to happen now, which is going to be fucked up. I feel like if Cortez win, they're going to vote this battle. We're never going to see it. If Surf win,
they can't do that. They can't do that. They can't do that, cuz. They can't vote this battle.
I feel like if Cortez...
You know why they can't vote this battle? Because they can't vote the battle because they gave Surf $50,000 for the battle. They can't vote it. It's not one of these situations where they give Cortez $3,000, they give his opponent $1,500, and then you vote the shit. This is a big bag involved here. It's a lot of promotion money went into promoting this battle.
Yeah. Oh no. See. And then do you think if Surf lose, they'll edit this shit?
No. You know why? Because they selling tickets to this event. They selling tickets. This ain't no pandemic event. They selling tickets.
Yeah, but you know how they edited the deluxe joint.
I don't think it's gonna be that. I don't think it's gonna be that because Cortez is not that type of opponent. He's not that type of opponent.
Get it.
We back. Like I was saying, the URL don't have to edit. They don't have to alter the video because Cortez not one of them. And you're not going to make the people believe he is.
Yeah, he won't. He gonna rap his ass off though.
And it's still going to sound like the same 2010 Cortez.
Man, and Corey, you gotta get it right for this one.
So
this the biggest battle of his career.
It is. And you know what's crazy?
No matter how he want to say it or not, it's just the narrative behind it and everything. And then the fact that all the shit Surf has done is probably fuck Cortez's bag.
And you know why? You know why it looks even crazier that this is the battle, the biggest battle of his career? Cortez been doing this longer. He's been doing it longer. He should actually. He has been doing it long. He was on the first Smack event ever.
But Cortez ain't been doing it that much longer than Surf. Surf been in this almost just as long, maybe like a year or two.
All I know is Surf's not even 30 years old.
Cortez might be older than Surf, but I'm talking about as far as long as they like. Verb is older than Cortez. Verb and Cortez been doing this shit the same amount of time.
I just think the narrative is crazy that this the biggest battle of his career.
And it really shouldn't be though, because Cortez has battled bigger names than Surf.
But when we talking about URL, there is no bigger name than Surf.
I mean, he ain't battled Tay-Rock when Tay-Rock was like where he is now. He didn't like, cause he battled Hitman, bro. Hitman is a bigger name than Surf.
I just want this battle to hurry up and be over with, so Cortez can crawl back in his bodega and chill out.
You can't say he hasn't battled bigger name because Hitman is a bigger name than Surf.
Yeah, so is Daylight. So what?
I mean, in overseas and the white disaster is a bigger name than Surf. To certain audiences, it is.
That's what I do. I sip my water when I hear Disaster's name.
Yeah, he gets no credit to me with that battle he just did. He gets that don't mean
I don't care. You rapped in Spanish. That shit sound like the same thing when you rap in English.
For 5 years when you won't battle Suge, I don't care. Battle them. I don't care about no.
You battling in Spanish sounds just like you battling in English.
A bunch of nothing.
So yeah, I got Surf with the 30. You got Cortez 2-1. Let's hurry up and get this over with, man. I'm done talking about this battle. We've been talking about this battle for like I feel like a whole year. Yeah,
let's get this finally out the way.
All right, now I want to talk about the Gates of the Garden. Danny Myers versus Pristavia went down, and all the footage hasn't dropped, but everybody's saying Pristavia got Danny out the way. Danny even said Pristavia is ready for anything.
Yeah, you seen that video, that camera video. Anwar was talking to them. Anwar even said Pristavia beat Danny.
And Danny just took a loss to Oppa on a damn Twitter battle. Why is he doing Twitter battles? You just battled Rock, one of your best battles of your life, and now you're doing Twitter battles?
And just pissed all over that battle. I mean, basically, follow, but the thing is that your next follow-up after Rock, right? You lose the Av.
Nah, you didn't lose. Av put on one of those performances against you.
About time they brought me face to face with this bitch.
So I don't know what's up with Danny. So Danny loses. He loses to Av. He loses to Oppa. He loses to Pristavia.
He gets bodied by Frack.
He loses to Frack, gets bodied by Frack, and then has the nerve to say he's in the lead for Champion of the Year. All right, so Danny did an interview with 15 Minutes of Fame saying that he feels like she's been in the lead for a Champion of the Year, which is crazy. He's been taking mad losses, and they've been bad losses. That's not really what I want to talk about. I want to talk about who you think is in the top 5 Champion of the Year running right now.
It's nobody clearly running away with it because nobody's having like an awesome, like super hot year. There's no one individual that's being talked about. I mean, if you want to be honest, the most talked about nigga in 2022 has been Snake Eyes.
You think he's in the running for that?
Not even running for it, but I mean, he just been. I'm talking about like controversy and shit.
But
like,
I think that's more so what happened with Stumbles and a whole bunch of other stuff with the belt. I think that's why he's been talked about so much. But we haven't really been talking about Snake Eyes because of his performances.
We can't say Geechee because Geechee just lost to Clean.
A loss don't take you out of it though. For me, just because you lose.
Yeah, but he just lost to Clean though. Like a beating Jazz don't make up for with the way he just lost to Clean.
I think the summertime is really going to define who's going to be champion of the year. You get some of the biggest events during the summer.
The best, like, 3-round performance. I mean, it's been a lot of good battles this year. Easy and Verb, Rock and Danny.
I think Easy gonna have a chance at it if he stays active.
He's only battled one person this year.
I think he'll have a chance at it if he stays active. Because if he battles any of the people that they say he got lined up for this year, he has a chance.
Who, Goods and Geechee?
Goods, Geechee. If he battles Surf.
Why they not put? Man, I still don't think Easy could beat Romnitty.
How you feel about that rematch?
It should have been happened.
Rum gonna win that. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Like, we ain't seen Rum in a minute.
And for word on the street, I'm gonna give you a hit. Word on the street, Daylight and Geechee is on there. But I got Nitty 2-1. Danny is he having a bad year.
But the crazy thing is he's delusional and think he's having one of his best years ever.
He's not. Off what? Little Slap?
Crack.
He got body.
That's what I'm saying. He been getting body.
And he having a terrible year. And you just lost to Pristavia.
You know what? I want to get right into the NBA playoffs, man. I want to talk about your man KD, DMV alum. Niggas, a lot of guys had him top 5, top 10 all time.
No matter what, he's always going to be top 10. KD is solidified top 10. Top 10 best player to ever touch the rock, ever. We're not doing that. Second greatest small forward of all time next to LeBron James. We're not doing that.
We might can say what his personal accolades are, but we're not going to sweep underneath the rug what's been going on because we wouldn't do it for a lot of other athletes. We're not going to sweep underneath the rug.
Yeah, they wouldn't do it for Kobe and they wouldn't do it for LeBron.
Because you telling me KD's talent doesn't win him one game against Boston? One?
We're not going to do that either, though, because everybody in NBA history has been swept, even Jordan.
Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about here.
Magic, Kareem been swept, Dr. J been swept.
But look at the teams that swept them. We're not going to do that as Boston. Boston, you think Boston going to win the championship?
Now, you know how I feel about Jason Tatum. Let's not act like Boston can't do it.
That's not what I asked you. Do you think Boston going to win the championship?
They got a chance? Oh, they are legit championship contenders. Let's not, come on, bro. We're not doing that to Boston.
All I'm saying is if they ran into Milwaukee, if they had played Milwaukee instead of Brooklyn, we're not talking about the same results. If they would have ran into Miami, it's not the same results.
You are tripping.
So they sweep Miami. They sweep Milwaukee.
Kevin Durant is better than every nigga on the motherfucking Heat.
That's not what I'm saying. Obviously, they said KD.
Irving is better.
They said KD and Kyrie was the best skilled duo in the league.
Kyrie Irving is the best. Bruh, if Brooklyn played anybody else, they would be out of the first round. If Brooklyn was playing the Heat right now, that shit probably go 7. Kevin Durant is better than every nigga on the Heat.
Then why they get swept, cuz?
Jason Tatum is top 5 in the league.
Why they get swept?
Son, because Marcus Smart and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown is that.
So they're that. So
are we not paying attention that the Celtics been in the conference finals 2 of the last 5 years?
I understand that. I'm not saying Boston's not a great team. What I'm saying is you telling me Boston is so great that KD and Kyrie couldn't get one win?
Jaylen Brown is an all-star. Jason Tatum is top 5 in the league. Marcus Smart is defensive player of the year. Robert Williams is on the come up. Al Horford is a certified bet. We're not going to act like Boston do not have a squad.
All I know is in an elimination game, KD gave me 37 off 31 shots.
Boston going
We're not going to skate past this. KD dropped 37. Most of that was in the first half. Boston made adjustments. Kyrie was the third scorer in an elimination game. Seth Curry outscored him. Come on, man. We're not doing this. Seth Curry outscored Kyrie in an elimination game. And we put this.
Talking about KD. We wasn't talking about.
I'm talking about the Brooklyn Nets and having the. Coming into this year, we're not going to do that. Coming into this year, they was one of the favorites. Because of Kyrie and KD.
I blame Kyrie. Kyrie ain't show up for the last 2 games.
It's a lot of people I blame. I blame Steve Nash that didn't make one adjustment the whole series. I blame Steve Nash. Steve Nash got LaMarcus Aldridge. They didn't put Blake Griffin in until game 3 when they was down. And Blake Griffin came off the bench and hit what? He had 3 threes. He got into a flow. Come on, man.
Steve Nash is the worst coach in NBA history.
You can't secure a defensive rebound, but you got one of the best rebounders on your team sitting on the bench the whole game.
They blew a 21
Drummond.
They blew a 21-point lead in game 1. They blew a 17-point lead in game 3. They blew a 5-point lead when they was up. They blew up 5 with a minute left in game 1. That's why I said it's crazy that you shooting KD all his bail when they had commanding leads to win these games. And he didn't close them out. And we call Kyrie one of the most clutch players in NBA history. And they couldn't close out them games. Kyrie and KD got outscored by fucking Bruce Brown in game 1 and 2.
Game 3, the second half, they shot 1 for 17 combined. KD and Kyrie. 1 for 17.
Tatum had 7 more points than KD and Kyrie together last night.
And I'm gonna talk about this. That BS call on Jason Tatum to foul him out the game was some bull. They tried to serve that game up for Brooklyn.
That's a game. They was trying to serve.
They tried to serve that game up for Brooklyn. They let him foul out on that BS call with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Come on, man.
And Jaylen Brown still hit the 3.
And they still couldn't beat him. KD still couldn't get it done for one game.
For one game, goddamn KD.
KD missed a free throw. KD missed. Come on, we not gonna act like he didn't miss that free throw. Tie that joint up. All you gotta do is hit the free throw.
Yeah, he missed the free
throw. He missed the free throw. It led to the fast break.
Then that goes back to the text we sent last night. Remember what I said? He's quitting. He was. KD quit last night.
I can't say that because he's the only one that showed energy throughout the game. He was getting hit and back. They was running 2 and 3 dudes at him all night. And
it's just like, Kyrie ain't do nothing to help KD last night.
Hell no, he started the game, what, 1 for 5? 1 for 6?
Yeah, 1 for 6. He was bullshitting. I don't know. And then it was just like the Celtics was just hitting on everything. Robert Williams was out there cooking, bro. I'm like, God damn.
And Ben Simmons, wherever you left your nuts at, you need to go back and get them Jones.
I hope this nigga goes overseas. I hope he gets released and this nigga is playing in China somewhere.
No, wherever you left your heart at, you need to go talk to Omarion and get that Jones back. Because it's the icebox where your heart used to be.
It's over for Ben Simmons. I ain't never been a Ben Simmons fan anyway.
Like Stephen A. said, he quit on his team in college. He quit. He quit on LSU.
And he quit on the Nets.
He quit on Philly. Now he quitting on the Nets.
He's not gonna be in the next 3 years. I guarantee you that. He will not be in the NBA.
He don't want it.
And everything Reggie Miller said about him last night was right. Everything.
And you know what's crazy? He part of Clutch Sports Management. Now Clutch is out here trying to put out all these fires. The rumor is, I'm not sure if it's true, but the rumor is that Clutch told him to do this, to act like he got these mental issues so he can get that $20 million that Philly tried to jank him for.
Bruh, this is so crazy, bruh. And I'm so glad that the Lakers didn't draft Ben Simmons when we could have did that. I'm so glad we passed on Ben Simmons. I'm so glad.
So, with all that being said, everything that played out the way it played out, do you still feel the same way? Do you still put the same weight on KD's rings that he won in Golden State? Knowing that,
nigga, you knew KD was just doing that because he didn't want to be one of them dudes to retire without a ring.
My thing is KD a type of player that can lead a team to a ring?
No.
So he's Carmelo.
I mean,
is he Carmelo?
He would have did what KD did.
So if Carmelo, let's say Carmelo had 2 rings. Let's say Carmelo had 2 rings, just like KD got 2 rings. How do you match them up?
KD's still a better player.
Now, we're not going to act like Carmelo wasn't one of the most gifted gifted scorers we ever seen in this league.
Carmelo is. He is. But he's no Kevin Durant, bruh. Kevin Durant is one of the greatest niggas to ever touch the rock.
Okay. Okay, I agree with you. But why? I mean, what are you stacking it against? Like, if we're looking at Melo and we're looking at KD, what does KD do better than Melo? Scoring.
There's nobody in NBA history that Kevin Durant could go up to and be like, check ball, that he can't beat one-on-one.
I'm asking you a question. What offensively does KD do better than Melo?
I'm gonna say this: besides Shaq, Kobe, and Michael Jordan, Kevin Durant is the 4th most unstoppable player I've ever seen play basketball. And this is on everything I love.
But how many times has he even dropped 50?
Bruh, KD scores at such a high 30 clip. This nigga averages 30 almost for his career, bruh.
I dig it. But if we're talking about the best scorers that we have ever seen in this league,
he's the smoothest bucket. I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, I'm not negating that, cuz, but you ducking the point I'm trying to make. Why doesn't he have these high scoring games?
Because the niggas he played on a team for 4 years with a nigga who took more shots than him and still did not average more points.
Okay, Russell Westbrook. I'm following you.
Then he still plays on a team with a nigga who has a higher shooting clip than he does, and he still averages more points than him.
So you're telling me that his teammates are the reason he don't have more 50 and 60-point games?
We're the biggest jackers we ever seen in basketball. Let's keep it a band. Kyrie Irving and Russell Westbrook are the two biggest jackers I ever seen play basketball and the most non-efficient niggas I ever seen jack.
But I also know that LeBron's not even a pure scorer, and he has more 50, 60-point games than KD.
Niggas just do whatever the fuck LeBron says.
So all right, let's stay on that point. So why don't KD's teammates look at KD the same way as LeBron teammates? Being that KD's
think about the KD made to get them rings for 3 years, 4 years. You can't go to a team and tell a nigga who's already a captain, a unanimous MVP, oh, this is my shit now. Steve Kerr wasn't going to allow that. Joe Lacob, the owner, wasn't going to allow that. And Steph Curry, even though he might have been okay with it, everybody else on the team, Draymond wasn't going to allow that. You get what I'm saying?
So all I'm saying is KD has never been in a situation where guys on his team look at him like, you're the leader, we're going to follow you.
In 3 years, he was the leading scorer, and he still had to share the basketball. He still was more efficient than a nigga who was a unanimous MVP and a nigga who could average 27 points a game for his whole career in Klay Thompson. And he still led the team in scoring. If KD ain't the most smoothest bucket, come on, man. He plays with Jack and niggas. And everybody still got their numbers, and KD still led the team in scoring. What does that tell you? It don't matter. You can put this nigga anywhere. I'm gonna get my 30. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna get my 30. Smoothest I've ever seen, bro.
But what does that mean, though?
By any means, he's gonna get his.
But when it comes to playoff basketball, what does that mean?
He's the most effective weapon you ever seen in the game.
I don't know that.
Kareem. Yes, he is.
All I know is he had to go mess with Klay and Steph and them boys.
He's been in multiple systems and still been able to get his own numbers.
What I'm saying is he's been in great situations to get rings outside of Golden State.
He could win a ring in Golden and OKC. Is these stupid niggas he played with that ruined his chances?
You can't keep putting it on everybody else because KD got to take some of the blame for this. KD got to take some of the blame for this.
Bruh, KD in that finals, KD averaged 31 points a game. Is it his fault they lost?
Same way they blamed LeBron. LeBron averaged damn near a 40-point triple-double and they lost.
It's not LeBron's fault that he lost.
But that's not the narrative. The narrative is LeBron's fault.
It is not LeBron's fault that he lost them finals. It's not. It's his teammates.
I understand that because you're not allowed to say, bam, is the narrative, the narrative is all the finals losses are LeBron's fault.
If you do your job, how the fuck can it be your fault?
Because the way is the same thing with football. The quarterbacks get all the fucking accolades and they get all the blame.
But in basketball, dog, like they be one. What the fuck you want? The nigga to average 90?
Come on, you watch ESPN, you watch Fox Sports just like I do. The narrative is every time LeBron loses, it's his fault.
Watch Russell Westbrook shoot KD out of 3 chances to win the championship.
And I seen Russell Westbrook shoot LeBron out of playoff contention this season.
Right. You watch Russell Westbrook shoot James Harden out of the playoffs.
And like I said, I'm not mad how people feel. I just wanted to be the same consistency across the board. If they let LeBron, if they put the hook on LeBron, put the hook on Steph. Put the hook on KD. Steph is the most cardinal superstar we ever had in this league. Steph Curry is the most cardinal superstar we ever had in this league.
Steph Curry would be successful.
Every time he don't show up in the playoffs, nobody mentions it. It's been many playoff games. He did nothing.
I don't believe in any other era Steph Curry would be successful. And I hate that people saying that Steph Curry is the greatest point guard of all time. Steph Curry will never be Urban Magic Johnson. Let's not do this. Steph Curry is not even Isaiah Lord Thomas. He's not neither one of those dudes.
But he is the greatest shooter we ever seen in NBA history.
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. And Klay Thompson might be the second.
I still put Ray number 2 for me.
Klay might be the second.
This
nigga scored 33 and a quarter with all.
The only reason I say that is because Klay can't create his own shot. He still needs somebody to shoot to get him open.
No, we just talking about straight shooting. Listen, this nigga scored 33 and a quarter with all jumpers.
Yeah, and guess how many dribbles? 6 dribbles. 6 dribbles.
All jumpers.
6 dribbles.
And didn't miss. He did not miss the whole quarter.
The only reason I put more into that because Steph can do that, and Steph can create his own 3. So when I talk about shooters, I don't put Klay as high as some other people do.
You sleeping on some of these foreign niggas now. You sleeping on some of these foreign niggas.
Who, like Peja?
Shit, you sleeping on Bird. What?
Bird not foreign.
Yeah, you sleeping on Dirk?
As a top shooter of all time?
Greatest big man shooter ever. What?
Okay, greatest big man shooter ever. That doesn't mean you're one of the greatest shooters ever.
Dirk done won a 3-point contest. Stop playing with Dirk.
Come on. I don't care about that. That don't mean when you one of the best shooters when the game is on the line or when it's clutch time or in the game.
What? Dirk ain't hit game winners on niggas?
I'm not saying he ain't hit game winners, but you're not gonna put him up there with the Clays, the Ray Allens, the Reggie Millers, and the Clays, the Stephs of the world.
You're crazy. You're saying I can't put Dirk up there? What? Dirk?
Nah.
Oh my God, bro.
If you put a big man shooting lineup together, yeah, I give you that all day.
Great shooter of all time.
He's not a top 10 greatest shooter in NBA history.
Go look up that man's accuracy.
I ain't looking up nothing. He don't pass the eye test, man. I don't need to look up nothing. He don't pass the eye test.
Top 5. Who your top 5?
Steph, Ray, Reggie, Klay, and I guess number 5.
And Dirk got a higher shooting percentage than Reggie.
So what? Reggie shot a lot more threes. That don't mean nothing. Come on, you're not gonna make the numbers make the numbers shape to what you want them to make. No, you're not gonna tell me Dirk a better shooter than Reggie Miller.
You discrediting Dirk's
better. And I put Bird up there too. Bird in my top 5. So who do you take out that top 5 and put Dirk? Who do you take out my top 5 and put Dirk?
All right, Steph, Ray, Klay,
Reggie, and Bird. Who you take out my top 5? You faking. You faking right now.
All right.
That's a legit top 5 right there.
That's a super legit top. Shit, if you want to do shit, it's a lot of damn. It's so many crazy 3-point shooters out there. You got Pager, you got Steve Kerr, you got motherfucking Deadlift Shrimp, you got motherfucking you got Paxson,
Hornacek,
you got
Dale, you got Dale Curry, you got yeah, man, you got 3-point shooters. Oh, Mullins. Don't forget about Mullins.
Tim Legler,
Mitch Richmond.
What's cuz that played for the what's the dude that used to play for the Supersonics? That nigga was sniping.
Hershey Hawkins. Hershey Hawkins, that's what it was. Hershey Hawkins, number 33. He had that strap.
No, Dale something. Dale
Ellis. Dale Ellis.
Ellis was a beast.
Yeah, he used to play for the Nuggets too.
Yeah, Dale. He used to get busy. Allen Houston. Shit.
All right, before we get out of here, I want you to let me know who's going to be battle of the night. Kings versus Queens, battle of the night.
Rocky and Vixen.
Rock and Vixen. Okay, I'll rock with that.
And then JC and C3.
Matter of fact, that's my battle of the night. That's my battle of the card.
3 is going to be so crazy, bro.
Yeah, I think that's going to be my battle of the card.
I'm hyped for that.
All right, before we get out here, don't forget, like, subscribe, and make sure you like this video. Put done in the comments. I'm giving away a $50 Amazon gift card, courtesy of the Clean and KB Show. Mess with us, man. We out of here.
Peace.
All right.